All right, what's good, man? Let's get into it. Back with another football video. You guys are loving it. You guys are loving the quarterback videos. And we're going to talk about a quarterback that I promised everybody that I was going to talk about. And I want to give, first of all, I just want to say this. Josh Allen is the most overrated player in the NFL. Now, when I say overrated, and I say this on stream with my co-host CEO, and I say this in my videos too, just because you're overrated does not mean you're a good player. Josh Allen is a top 3, top 4 quarterback, at least top 5 quarterback in the NFL. No ifs, ands, and buts about that. But two things can be true. You can be great, and you can be overrated. And that's what Josh Allen is. But let's start off with the fact that for the last 2 to 3 years, everybody's talked about, the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. The Bills are the favorites. The Bills this, the Bills that. Even the beginning of this year, the Bills. What have the Bills done besides losing the second round and lose to the conference championship? What have the Bills done? What has Josh Allen done? Because once again, I'm going to say it, I'm very consistent. I said it on my Lamar Jackson video. I'm going to say it here now. Your team goes as far as your quarterback can bring your team. Josh Allen can only bring his team to one AFC championship game and lose. And then the next year, lose again. Next year after that, lose to Joe Burrow at home. Which, by the way, also, and I hate to say this, if that Damar Hamlin thing didn't happen, Buffalo would have had to went to the Bengals. But Buffalo, that whole Damar Hamlin incident happened. So, therefore, the Bills got the home field advantage and still couldn't beat the Bengals. You know why? Because Josh Allen just is overrated. He's not that guy. Now, I mean, I could be wrong. They could win the Super Bowl this whole year. But it's not going to be because of Josh Allen. To be honest with you, Josh Allen, he has a cannon of an arm, but has no accuracy. We take massive dumps all over Jalen Hurts, all over, even Lamar Jackson. They're not accurate. Have you seen Josh Allen play? This dude's overthrowing people. Like he's throwing like his wide receivers are in the stands eating popcorn. I'll tell you, Josh Allen would have like 100 touchdowns if people in the stands could be counted for touchdowns in the end zone. Because he throws to the guy eating popcorn in the stands more he throws to the guy that's eating in the stands more than Stephon Diggs, than Gabe Davis. And then also, I also knocked Lamar Jackson and some mobile quarterbacks saying, no team has ever won with a mobile quarterback. Last time I checked, Josh Allen's mobile. He's not a Russ or a Mahomes where he can get 10 to 15 yards and that's it. No, he can rush. Now, granted, he can't do what Lamar does or do what Michael Vick does, but he can get a good maybe 30 yards. I mean, you see it on the screen. This dude can hurdle people. So once again, the same things I said about Lamar apply to Josh Allen. Are we sure you can win with a mobile quarterback? And are you sure you can win with a dumb quarterback? And once again, Josh Allen, I've seen this dude, and this is appropriate here. He's over here dancing with an L on his head because that's what his whole career has been, an L. And I mean in the playoffs. Now, as a 9th, 10th, 11th pick or whatever he was back in 2018, he was a W. But he's an L now. For everybody's been hyping him up. The Bills, and they have done nothing. Josh Allen makes some of the dumbest throws I've ever seen. He throws the dumbest interceptions I've ever seen. I think besides Dak Prescott, he led the league in interceptions. And I know this is a long, distant memory. 3, 4, 5 months ago, 6 months ago is a long, distant memory. But remember when people were comparing him to Patrick Mahomes? Remember that? Josh Allen's going to win MVP. Josh Allen's better than Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen's going to beat Mahomes this year. He's going to beat Mahomes this year. He could even beat Joe Burrow this year. He couldn't even beat Joe Burrow this year. And even though I still say the Bills would have won that game against the Dolphins, if Tua was healthy, are we sure the Bills win that game? Josh Allen and the Bills had a rough time beating, what was it, Teddy Bridgewater out there, Bills? Or whoever the quarterback was, Bills? I'm just saying, I mean, the NFL playoffs is beyond surprise. It's beyond surprise. But at the same time, also with Josh Allen, I also want to address this. I was going to make a separate video on this, but I might as well cover it now. Stop blaming Stefon Diggs. Stop criticizing Stefon Diggs. And this is what I mainly want to talk about. I get it. Stefon Diggs is a wide receiver. I get it. Wide receivers are divas. But at the same time, Stefon Diggs is the reason why Josh Allen is even in MVP conversations. Let me just ask everybody a question. I find it funny how people sat here and said, you know, Patrick Mahomes is going to take a step down when he loses Tyreek Hill. Patrick Mahomes is going to take a step down when he loses Tyreek Hill. He's not going to put up the same stats without Tyreek Hill. Dude, 1 MVP, 41 touchdowns, 8-9 interceptions. And is learning the game way more without zooming in on Tyreek Hill. Are you guys going to have that same energy for Josh Allen? Are you guys going to have that same energy for Josh Allen? Because Josh Allen's not super accurate. Stefon Diggs has to go out his way and catch some of these footballs that Josh Allen throws. Stefon Diggs is one of the best route runners in the NFL. But I'll set all that to say this. If Stefon Diggs gets traded at the trade deadline of next year, is Josh Allen going to be in any more MVP conversations? I just want to know. Because you had that smoke for Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill situation. Are you going to have that smoke for Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen? Because, I mean, even though you can make the case, okay, Tyreek Hill held Patrick Mahomes went out there and proved that he's that dude. I'm not so sure about Josh Allen. Josh Allen overthrows Stefon Diggs at some points. Stefon Diggs, I can understand why Stefon Diggs is mad. It's like, dude, we lost games because I'm wide open. You can't hit me. Or you're just too dumb not to look my way when I'm wide open. Josh Allen might end up being, maybe, I don't want to say that, but Josh Allen might regress back to the mean of what he was back in 2018. Even though I don't think so. I think he'll still be good. The Bills will still be playoff contenders. But you know what he's going to look like? I got the perfect comp. He's going to look like Dak Prescott after they got rid of Dez Bryant and before they brought in Tony Romo. Remember when they got rid of Dez, I think, in 2017? And then in 2018, they were still Dak was still struggling, and they brought in Amari Cooper. That's what Josh Allen's going to look like. Can win games here and there, but he's going to be so inaccurate, and he's going to be clear that, okay, this guy needs a number one. He can't do what Mahomes does and just work with anything, work with competency. Stop blaming Stefon Diggs. Yes, he's a diva. Yes, you know, he's pouting and acting like a little child. But at the end of the day, are we sure Josh Allen will be where he is right now without Stefon Diggs? Are we sure? I mean, people take a massive dump over Jalen Hurts his first starting year. Have you seen Josh Allen 2019? Have you seen Josh Allen 2019? And by the way, he blew a lead to the Texans as well too. They barely had him throwing the ball back in 2019. Before they got go look up Josh Allen's rookie year. Go look up Josh Allen's first starting year. Go look up Josh Allen's first starting year back in 2019. They barely had him throwing the ball. They had this dude out there looking like NCAA quarterback, just do read options and run the ball and do checkdowns. Then they got Diggs, and it opened up so much. So at the same time, when it comes to Josh Allen, look, I really have nothing against Josh Allen. Personally, I mean, he's all the way in the AFC. My team's all the way in the NFC. I really have nothing against him. But at the same time, stop overrating this guy. Stop overrating the Bills, because I'm going to say it before, I'm going to say it again. Your team goes as far as your quarterback can take them. It's that simple. And now with the AFC, now you got Patrick Mahomes off his second Super Bowl with no Tyreek Hill. Knows so much. Patrick Mahomes has matured so much over this year that he doesn't need a number one wide receiver. Now, granted, I still think they should get DeAndre Hopkins, but at the same time, he's elevated his maturity. You got the Bengals, you got the Ravens now with a signed Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham, Deshaun Watson, full year of training camp. Russell Wilson with Sean Payton, 4-year training camp with a better run game. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. You got a healthy Tua for at least as long as he is healthy. And then also, who else is in the AFC? You got the Jacksonville Jaguars on the rise. Are we sure the Bills are making the Super Bowl? The Chargers, even though I'm not big fan of Justin Herbert, they're on the rise. Are we sure about Josh Allen? Are we sure? But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, and how do you think they're doing this season? And what's your thoughts on my take on Josh Allen? RJ out.